So in the interest of time, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I wanted to introduce myself. I'm going to come off camera. Hopefully you can see me. My name is Jasmine Boyd. I am the new program manager for the Made in DC program with DSLBD. And today we will be reviewing how to get certified with Made in DC and just some general overview of the program. All right, so the general overview. The Made in DC program is proudly managed by the Department of Small Local Business Development here at DSLBD. Our objective with this program is to provide support and promotion for businesses owned by DC residents that produce and create products within the district. And then our ultimate mission is to empower entrepreneurs like yourself or any other DC-based businesses who contribute to the vibrancy and distinctiveness of our local economy. So our goal with the program is to empower you. We want to offer opportunities to help your business grow. I'll cover later in the presentation of what the benefits of becoming Made in DC looks like and some cool opportunities that can come your way if you're certified. Okay, so quickly, just how to apply. The Made in DC currently, their website is currently under construction. We typically have a separate website for Made in DC to highlight the business profiles of certified businesses within Made in DC. However, it's under construction right now. So we have a page on the DSLBD.dc.gov website that gives you a general overview of the program. And it also has a link of how you can apply to the program. So in order to apply, definitely visit our website, dslbd.dc.gov/Made in DC, or you can just Google search Made in DC DSLBD. It should pop up. So on the website, I included a screenshot here. It would generally look like this. It gives you an overview of the program. It has a link here to the application. The application eligibility, you will have to just say yes or no. It's like a pre-eligibility screen. Once you click this link here, you will say yes or no to these following 4 questions. Is your primary office or business located within the district? Do you have an active DC business license? Do you have, it's 51% or more of your employees district residents, and then we will ask you to provide proof once we send you the application. And then is 51% or more of your product that you're selling, is it designed, produced, assembled? Is it a product that is made in DC? So these are the pre-screening eligibility questions. You'll either say yes or no. Based on that, I will get a notification to deem whether you're eligible for the program. And then from there, you will be sent an application. That application is separate, so we encourage everyone to look out on your emails for that after you complete your pre-screening. So that's typically how the application process works. Just to reiterate, eligibility versus requirements for Made in DC. Eligibility is pretty simple. We kind of just went over it. But just to reiterate, based on applicable law, the DSLBD, we will ask you to submit information to verify the following 4 criteria. And that's, the link is on our website, dslbd.dc.gov. Is your primary office business located in DC? Do you have an active business license? Are you a DC resident? And then is your product made in DC? Is it assembled, designed, produced? Is it a tangible product that you make here? And then so these questions, you'll either select yes or no. And then based on that, again, we will send you the full application to upload your documents to verify whether you're a DC resident. You can submit a voter registration card. You can submit a utility bill or your driver's license to prove your DC residency. And then for your business license, we will ask for you to just input your DLCP business license number. So those are the 2 documents or verifications that we would need in order to move your application forward for approval. So that's eligibility. And then requirements. Again, we do ask that your principal office of your business must be physically located in DC. If you do not have a office or uh, like a brick and mortar location just yet, that is fine. We just want to make sure that, you're a DC resident. So just make sure you upload the proof to verify that, and then your DC business license should be fine. Okay. Some program benefits. As a member, you will receive the following benefits. As our website is under construction, the first benefit will come soon once the website is up and running, but you will receive a profile of your business on the website, access to exclusive technical assistance, workshops and trainings, and access to capital opportunities exclusive for Made in DC makers. And then you will also get permission to utilize the Made in DC logo. So recertification with Made in DC. There is a recertification requirement. Businesses must recertify every 3 years to maintain their Made in DC certification. If it's been a while, if you are a Made in DC certified business, and it's been a while, you don't know whether it's been 1 or 2 years, or you have questions, please email us madeindc@dc.gov to check your status. Otherwise, you can also, I'm going to put a link in the chat where it will make it really easy for you to recertify through the link. It's just a reconnection form. I want to make sure that I have the most up-to-date contact information for you. And then I also included some links in there where you can upload updated information to recertify. And then you can include your proof of DC residency and then just your DLCP business license number. Policies. So there's just a few policies. We don't ask much, but just to quickly review this, branding and logo usage. Once you are approved and certified as a Made in DC business, some benefits that you will have is to utilize the Made in DC logo. As you've seen throughout this presentation, it's a really cool thing that you could put on your products to celebrate like your local pride and that you're a Made in DC business. The logo is really recognizable throughout the district. So I know like once people become certified, they're really excited to utilize that. There are some guidelines on how to properly utilize the Made in DC logo, and that's included in a welcome packet once you're approved as a Made in DC business. Communication, we will be communicating mainly through monthly newsletters, e-blasts, through email. We will be communicating through the Made in DC at dc.gov email, and then you'll also receive some newsletter content from us. So just make sure you don't have that email. Sometimes it goes to like your junk folder, so just be aware of that. If you feel like you're not receiving anything, you can always again email madeindc@dc.gov if you haven't received any communications. But we will be communicating mainly through that, and then you can always follow us on social media. And then again, all questions are welcome to our email account. Collaboration and networking. Members are encouraged to collaborate with one another within the Made in DC community. We will have a few networking opportunities where you'll be able to meet other makers within our community coming up in August. So just stay on the lookout for updates regarding that. And then conduct, obviously you just want to always present yourself in a professional, respectful manner when you're out in the public, especially if you have the Made in DC logo on your products. That's just something that we ask of everyone. Okay, so looking ahead, so we have some exciting opportunities coming up regarding Made in DC. We have a pitch series for access to capital opportunities where you can win anything between $500 to $2,500 for your maker business. The pitch applications will open in August, so stay on the lookout for that. Follow us on social media. This is Made in DC. And then you can also just keep a lookout on your email. We will be emailing out the opportunity. We will be promoting it on social media, on our website, DSLBD.dc.gov. So that opportunity is coming up in August. We will also have a 3-part virtual training series where you will be able to receive some good information regarding marketing, anything regarding just growing your business. So that also will be towards the later end of August, kind of going into September, but that is coming up. And I think it will be really beneficial for people to join and kind of get some really good information on how to continue to grow your business. And then we will also have vending opportunities. I have a speaker on here today that will discuss vending opportunity with the DC State Fair that's coming up in September. And then later on in December, the downtown holiday market, amongst other markets that happen around the holiday season. So keep a lookout for that. And then finally, we will also have promotional opportunities for your business regarding our social media and our newsletter. So if you would like to be highlighted as a maker business, we encourage you to share your story with us. I will drop the link in the chat again. If you can't see it, of how you can do that, we definitely want you to just complete the survey form. We want updated information of how to contact you. There's a question in there where you can share your story with us to be highlighted on our social media and our newsletter. And then there's also some information in there if you want to recertify, you can do that all through that link. So I would drop it in the chat again later on towards the end of the presentation. Again, stay in touch with us, Made in DC at dc.gov. If you have questions, if you want to check on the status of your application, if you want to share your story, you want to be highlighted, we are here to serve you and to help you. And so if you have any questions, please utilize this email account. And we will be as responsive as we can. Again, our main website is currently under construction, but we do have a page on the DSLBD.dc.gov website where you can apply and just learn more about the program. And then finally, again, continue to follow us on social media. This is Made in DC and Small Biz DC for more media updates. Okay, that is it for me. We're going to transition into our next speaker, Javier Sanchez. He will talk about the ReFashion initiative that we have with DSLBD and all of the amazing opportunities that comes along with that.
Thanks, Jasmine. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I just wanted to just briefly talk about ReFashion. So ReFashion is an initiative that just started here at DSLBD on that focuses on 4 fashion sustainability areas. Overall, the mission of ReFashion is to seek and redefine what fashion was and what it must become to meet systematic challenges while supporting DC-based fashion businesses. So currently, the ReFashion initiative provides community building, networking, education, resources, and trainings for DC-based fashion designers and businesses that are bringing commercially viable solutions through sustainable business models. I believe I have a slide deck, Jasmine, before I go on to the 4 fashion sustainability areas. So briefly before I go into ReFashion, my name is, again, Javi Sanchez, and I am a project coordinator with the NOED team. And this is a slide of the rest of the NOED team where we help we manage many of the programs, such as We Aspire, the Dream Pitch Competition, Just Cannabis, and Access to Capital initiatives for DC-based businesses. Next slide, please. And there you'll see many of the programs that I just mentioned. Over the past 8 years, we've helped and engaged over 20,000 DC entrepreneurs through various programs that we manage. Next slide. So again, ReFashion, uh, you can go to the next slide. Sorry. Yeah. And yeah, so basically to restate, the mission of ReFashion is, focuses on four fashion sustainability areas, which is tech, innovation, re-commerce, textile upcycling, alternatives, and fashion empowerment. Next slide. Yes. So the first uh, area, sorry, is technical innovation. And this area champions the innovation that plays, what innovation plays in making fashion more sustainable from many fashion technology-based businesses or the manufacturers that use applications to achieve greater sustainability within their businesses. So, for example, if you are a tech business that uses AI to, better forecast customer demand or reducing, inventory, um, or making the inventory more predictable. Um, that is part of the tech innovation there. Just as an example. Next slide. Right. This one is textile alternatives and upcycling. So this one, if you're a startup or a designer, a fashion designer who uses, textile fabrics, recycled fabrics to create new garments or product. This would be a focus here. And we have a lot of refashion designers who are very creative and innovative with textile waste fabric, and they are able to create new product and new garments and basically cycle to the market. Next slide, please. Recommerce. So recommerce basically is your old school thrift shops, like Goodwill, the Salvation Army, even secondhand shops. And in the modern era, we've have like apps like eBay and Etsy, that are created to basically resell apparel and to an extent accessories to back to the market. So this is what re-commerce basically is. Next slide. And fashion empowerment, the last of the four sustainability areas. This is my favorite area here. It's fashion empowerment. As you can see, this area seeks to break down barriers fashion entrepreneurs face, but by providing the agency for community building, resources and education sharing and networking to empower these fashion entrepreneurs with the tools to realize their full business potential. And so, for example, what we're doing at DSLBD, we launched a one-on-one consultations that folks can book with me to provide fashion business development for fashion designers and fashion entrepreneurs out in DC. And I can share the link after my presentation, but you can basically book with us. Every Wednesday, we're at the MLK Library in downtown DC, and you can book with me if you do want to seek more additional help for your fashion business. We have other service topics as well, but that's just a resource that we can provide. There's a lot more initiatives and projects that we are doing at ReFashion. So the easiest way to get updated on what's coming down the pipeline is to submit your email address for ReFashion. And I'll also put that in the chat as well, and so that way you can stay tuned. And the last slide here is the resources that we provide on business planning, access to capital, and other DC and to an extent federal government partners as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Javi. Next, we will have I want to present the vending opportunity that's available with the DC State Fair.
Thank you. So this is Juana. I'm one of the volunteer board members that puts on the DC State Fair every year. If you go to the next slide, the DC State Fair is an annual event, and it's one of the few events to celebrate the district as a whole, not just a specific neighborhood. And our themes are to promote the artistic, agricultural, and culinary endeavors of district residents. And if you haven't been to the fair before, here's a taste of what it's like. So we have vendors, as you can see from the lemonade folks from last year here. In the middle, we have live music performances. We have live contests. There's an image from our popular pie eating contest there. So as with other state fairs, we try to emulate a series of contests, and the judging happens beforehand. And at the fair is when we announce the winners and give out the ribbons. So we have a nice built-in audience there of the people that participated in the contest coming to the fair to hear if they've won the ribbons. If you go to the next slide, we'll touch on some logistics. So the fair this year is going to be on Saturday, September 7th. It's from 10 to 5 p.m. It's at Franklin Park, which is downtown near the McPherson Square Metro. And as I mentioned, some of the activities will be there. One of the key components is our local businesses that we feature as our vendors. And we anticipate in the thousands of people in terms of attendees. It's often dependent on weather, but we've gotten up to 10,000 attendees in 2019 before the pandemic. And last year we had about 2,000 to 3,000 in this venue. So hoping to have similar and greater participation this year. We go to the next. So we have our call for vendors open right now. This slide lists out the pricing on the right-hand side. So we are accepting food and drink vendors as well as general vendors and then nonprofits. And we are definitely looking to highlight local makers such as those on this call, small businesses. We want to uplift that agricultural piece of fair. So if there's any organizations within the group that focus on the agricultural world, that would be great. Artists, of course, is one of our other key themes. And the application for interested vendors is up on our website, which is at dcstatefair.org. The applications close July 31st, and then we're going to review what came in and make selections to make sure we have a good variety of different local businesses. And I do want to flag that note at the top that for vendors other than food trucks, part of your price there does include getting a tent and a table and 2 chairs, so you don't have to worry about dragging those in. If if you go to next. I also want to emphasize one of the distinguishing aspects of our event is that we aim for zero waste, and we also have broader sustainability efforts. And what we ask of food vendors is that they use only compostable foodware, so packaging, utensils, straws, etc. And I'm happy to help people figure out where to get that sort of packaging from if you are having trouble. And then this year, we're going to try to provide every food vendor with a small bucket that they can separate out their food scraps into. So like those lemonade folks had a lot of lemons. And so we want to capture those this year as well. Last year, we were just capturing the leftover food from the attendees. And then we also have a discount opportunity for if you are a food vendor and your food requires utensils. If you offer a discount for those that bring their own utensils with them, you get a discount off the vendor fee. And then regardless if you're a food vendor or not, we ask that vendors are plastic bag free, and any giveaways that are given out are thoughtful, so they're reusable, durable, useful. And so those are ways we're encouraging zero waste at the event. And then I'm happy to answer any questions and hope to see you all on September 7th. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna, for that great presentation. Thank you, Hobby, also for highlighting how you support entrepreneurs with ReFashion. We hope that this presentation was helpful to anyone that was able to join. Again, this webinar was recorded, so if you missed a portion of it or for people who wasn't able to attend, it will be up on our YouTube account, DSLBD, a little later today, if not by tomorrow. Again, if you have any questions about the Made in DC program, I just want to put this back on the screen. Please email madeindc@dc.gov. If you have any questions regarding the application status, the application process in general, definitely utilize this email. In the chat, I put a few links. I'll put it in the chat again before we end here. But if you need to recertify with Made in DC, you can utilize this link in the chat to reconnect with us and upload any documentation that you may have. You can also share your story with us to be featured within our newsletter or on social media as a maker business. And then also you can just update your contact information through that link. And then again, our main website is under construction, but we do have a page on dslbd.dc.gov regarding Made in DC, and that is where you can also apply. And again, follow us on social media for any more immediate updates. If you have any questions, let's see. If you have a question, I think you can come off mute to ask. Or if not, you can put your question in the chat and we'll try to answer it.
Jasmine, I think. Oh, go ahead.
Marjorie, I think Marjorie had a question. What were you going to say, Hobby?
Yeah, I was just going to point out that Marjorie Goldberg had a question.
I'm not sure if they can come off of mute. Marjorie, if you can hear us, you can come off of mute to ask your question, or you can put your question in the chat. And then if you're not able to do either, you can again send your questions into madeindc.dc.gov. Jennifer, Yeah, please email me, madeindc@dc.gov. I will see where your application status is. I will look it up in the system, and I will definitely get back to you today. Apologies for any person who has applied multiple times and may have not heard back. Made in DC has been under reconstruction, and it's under new management. The previous manager left earlier on in the year, and so I am working through application. So if any application got lost or hasn't been responded to, please utilize this email madeindc@dc.gov, so I can look up your application and bring you up to date. And then I haven't heard back from Audrey, but again, you know how to get in contact with us. Please visit our website, DSLBD@dc.gov. And then, yeah, we will be in touch. And then I also, before I ended, I just wanted to go back. In case anyone missed this, we do have a few opportunities coming up with Made in DC in the next month or two. Again, we have our pitch series launching next month. Pitch applications will open in August. You can win anything between $500 to $2,500 for your maker business. So this is a huge opportunity, and we want you to be able to take advantage of it. So keep a lookout for that. The application link will open up on our website, DSLBD@dc.gov, on our Made in DC page, and then we will also be promoting the opportunity on social media. So please follow us for immediate updates when that launch. We will also have a virtual training series coming up. Again, vending opportunities with the DC State Fair, the Downtown Holiday Market, amongst other holiday markets that's coming up for the winter season. And then again, if you would like your business to be highlighted on social media or in our newsletter, you can email madeindc@dc.gov, or you can complete the survey form. I'm going to load in the chat one more time before we end the session. Okay, I just dropped the link again. You can utilize that form to recertify your business, to share your story with us, and to update any contact information. Javi, Juana, did you have anything else before we jump off?
No, thank you for having me.
Thank you all for joining. And then again, you can reach us via email. And Jennifer, I will be responding to you today about your application. All right, thank you all.